Chair. So that falls squarely on the minister. We need that operationalized yesterday to continue to save Kenyans who should not continue suffering.
Chair. Chair, may I proceed with the question?
Please, yeah. In order for us to progress, and you know we have other witnesses to come, we have over 2 hours to spend with...
No, just a clarification
to spend with other witnesses. So,
Chair,
yes?
Because this point now is explaining, just a clarification.
Did you say this boy?
Now that he's saying...
No, Honorable Chair, what did you say? This boy?
This point.
Oh.
Yes.
I have taken serious offense about
So, Chair, can you also now explain to us if it states that the CS will do this in consultation with another office, and this, in this case, the office of the President, how does this responsibility now fall on him? Squarely. Thank you.
Honestly, Honorable Chair, the law is clear. The Honorable Member is, the law is clear. I don't want to say anything so that you rule me out of order. The law is clear. We need a fertilizer board. Did whatever the minister do it? No, he did not.
Let us put
whichever way, left, right, center, up, down, you look at this.
There is no consultation. Chair.
Yeah. And there is nowhere.
Honorable Wamboka.
No, just a minute, Chair. There is nowhere it says consultation. Show us.
Chair, I keep asking because these actors occupied so much time. Which is the allegation in the impeachment motion that says the client I represent breached the Fertilizer and Animal Feeds Act? Because if there is no such allegation,
we responded to that earlier,
and we are just wasting your time.
No, we responded to it.
Please know that it is time for members. Honorable Jane, please ask your question. Then the Vice Chair will also give his comment.
Thank you, Chair. In fact, I have 2 questions. Something just came up as Honorable Member was presenting his feedback. Honorable Chair, I want the Honorable Member to tell us, he has alluded to intimidation of witnesses that he would want to call to this committee. He has alluded to arrest by the DCI, summoning. Can he tell this committee, who is this that is intimidating witnesses?
State.
My second question. You refer on page 4, ground DI. You refer to a framework contract for supply and distribution where it states that, that the Honorable Mithika Linturi then goes on and says, appears to have committed a gross violation, and goes on and on. You refer to a framework contract for supply and distribution of fertilizer dated 31st March 2022. Could you tell this committee the name of the CS Agriculture in office at the time? That is all, Chair.
Vice Chair.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, this process we are going through is a political process, and we've been told is also quasi-judicial. So basically, some of us are in a different realm from what we are used to. And we all understand that Parliament handles matters that are of concern to the people. And this is also the very first time that a motion of this nature has reached this level. So I needed to just get some clarity from the Honorable Member, having been the first one to get here, and also being a Member of Parliament and prosecuting this as a Member of Parliament, not as a lawyer. Do you feel that an MP basically, when handling matters of impeachment, should do that on a strictly legal manner, or is it basically a political process, which is basically we allege, debate, and then vote? Do you think then members of Parliament should be addressing or dealing with impeachment in the manner in which I am seeing it coming out here? And how do you feel when you're put into a task as if you're the subject, because I saw you being put to task at the point of cross-examination. But then I want you to clarify 2 things very quickly. How do you tie because you've made reference a lot to the Fertilizer and Animal Foodstuffs Act. How do you tie the failure, if any, of the CS to appoint this board with any of your three grounds that you raised in your petition or motion? And two, there is an alleged closure of a private business enterprise. How again do you tie that to the three charges? Because you've got three direct violations that you've referred to, but you've given a lot of information. How do you tie those particular two with the charges? And I think that's what the council was asking.
Honorable Wamboka, please respond, and then we proceed.
My experience on this impeachment thing, yes, it's not easy. You can imagine I'm being asked questions by a lawyer. The council, people who have gone to school specifically to do this, people have been handling legal things throughout their lives. As a member of parliament, we have to relook at the whole process. We have to relook at the whole process. Like in the Senate, once members come, once they pass, and indeed, people hold these offices in trust. Honorable Chair, that National Assembly does not trust you. What business do you have to continue being a minister? So if you asked me, yes, we are gathering lessons out of this, but I think there is more to relook at in terms of how we want to advance this environment of law. It's called jurisprudence, something of that kind. I'm learning. There is much, actually, the load on the MP running this motion is too much, and at times too unnecessary. You have to pay your lawyers, you have to deal with witnesses, you have to ensure you do all this. So yes, it's challenging.
Honorable Wamboka, point of order by Dr. Rachel.
Chair, I just want to ask, with all due respect to my colleague, is it necessary to debate a matter in futility? Because this is a constitutional issue which prescribes the process and removal of a cabinet secretary, and it is a matter that calls for a constitutional amendment. Is it necessary for us to debate it?
Honestly, this is a very necessary, if you asked me, Madam Chair, it's a very necessary thing. And members, on one hand, we want to save time. On another hand, we want us to discuss things that are not there. It is his opinion, it is his question. You have your opinion, you have your questions. You have asked, I've answered. So what is wrong if I answer another honorable member's questions, honestly?
Chair, just for record, my two questions were not answered, and I guess that there is no answer for the two questions.
Please,
and
I'm only human, just refresh my mind.
I do not want to solicit for the answer. I asked, out of the 4 letters that were written, which one directly links the cabinet secretary, and the second one was about evidence of intimidation of the director of KELS Limited, and the two are not answered. So my guess is that there is no answer.
Madam Chair, I'm only human, I can forget.
Okay, if you forgot,
in terms of the cabinet, just quickly, I dispense with it.
If you forgot, please respond.
I'm sorry.
Proceed, yeah.
I'm sorry. In terms of cabinet secretary, the letters linking to the cabinet secretary, the fact that we are discussing here is fake fertilizer. The PS has written a very serious letter that stops, that indicate that there may be fake fertilizer and all that. He has copied the minister. Did the minister know? Because after all this, the minister went to say there's no fake fertilizer. Those are clarifications we want from the PS. And indeed, it will help us. Intimidation. Yes, that the day this motion came up, and we indicated that we are looking for these people to be part of our witnesses, because we used heavily, we relied on the submissions they had made. Yeah.
It's not just a match. It's the
limited, and the two were not answered. So my guess is that there is
The minister was, if I'm not wrong, Munya.
Thank you, Honorable
sure
Chair. That is all.
The minister was Munya, and this document was provided by the minister Linturi, but the irregularities happened during the current minister's tenure.
Thank you. Honorable Wamboka, you have done very well. You have done your bit, and we are now proceeding. Please, You didn't show any interest, Honorable Chepkonga.
You know, Honorable Chepkonga is my chairman, so Madam Chair, if you don't give him, I will have trouble. He's my chair.
I have allowed him.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, Chair. You know, I just missed out. I was listening to my very good friend. And indeed, he's my good friend. We are both serving in one subcommittee. No, you know what just caught my attention on Wamboka is this charge sheet that has been attached to the response of the Cabinet Secretary. In your statement, you say that it appears that there is some collusion somewhere to prevent some people from giving evidence. You know, maybe from my background, I just wanted to know, since the ODPP, under the Constitution, is said to be independent, are you therefore saying that the ODPP has been compromised to prefer these charges?
These people have been called by DCI. I honestly would not want to comment about ODPP, but these people are being called every other day at the DCI. Every other day. The moment I put my phone down, the guy says, I'm coming. The next minute, I've been summoned. I'm going to DCI. That's what I said. And that is intimidation, Honorable Chepkonga, and you know it very well. And you know governments change. Today is this one, tomorrow is this one. So just do that which you'd like when someone else is in government, you'd like them do to you.
Thank you. That brings us to the end of that session. We have 2 hours and 42 minutes for the other witnesses. Alert the Sergeant at Arms to bring your next witness so that we can proceed.
Thank you so much. I honestly need some food. It's been very hectic.